Hello everyone, welcome to Home Tours. Edwin here. So buying a house can be a long and tedious process. It is also most probably going to be the biggest investment you are ever going to make. So there are so many rules and regulations to follow. So if the buying steps are not done correctly, you might even lose money or get sued by the sellers for cancelling the transaction. So before you even start looking for a house, you need to know all this first. So number one, are you qualified to buy a resale HDB? Number two, should you choose HDB or bank loan? Number three, how much grant can you get? Do you need to pay back HDB when you sell your house in future? Number four, will there be any cash overvaluation or COV in short? Number five, why is the owner selling? Does the house have any issues? Number six, what is the HDB timeline? If you are buying under fiancé scheme or boyfriend-girlfriend scheme, you need to produce your marriage cert within 3 months of the HDB completion. So both of you must be above 21 years old. For PRs who not married and wish to buy first, you can also do so. But do take note that both your PR status must be more than 3 years. So for single PR buyers, you cannot buy. If you are buying under public scheme, you need to form a family nucleus with either your spouse, parents or children. For divorcees below 35 years old, you need to add in your children's name and they must be under your legal custody. So however, if you are already above 35 years old, you don't need to put your children's name because you'll be classified under single scheme. If you are buying under single scheme, you need to be a Singapore citizen and above 35 years old if you are unmarried or divorced. However, if you are a widow or orphan, you can buy if you are above 21 years old. Let's start with the most important step in buying a house, which is the finance part. So everyone wants to buy a big house and stay near the MRT, but most importantly, we don't overstretch our budget, yeah? So if you are buying a resale HDB, you can choose between getting a bank loan or HDB loan. The difference is that for HDB loan, you do not have to fork out any cash for the down payment. When I say do not have to fork out any cash, I mean only for the down payment. There will still be some cash needed, which I will explain more in details in the HDB timeline video. So for the loan tenure for HDB is maximum 25 years at 2.6 interest rate. So it's a fixed rate. So for two PRs buying together, you cannot take HDB loan. Will you be paying more interest if you opt for HDB loan? The answer is yes, because right now bank loans only about 1.3%. So one thing to take note, if this is the second time you are taking a HDB loan, there's something called a right sizing of loan. Means if you sold your previous home that is using a HDB loan and you make 100,000 in cash, you will need to pay half of it or 50,000 as down payment for your next HDB loan. So for those who have some cash on hand, you might consider going for bank loan, because if you go for bank loan, you will save on interest rates. So at this point, interest only about 1.3% as mentioned earlier. So, but the maximum bank that lend you is only 75% of the property value. So for the down payment, 25%, 5% must be in cash, 20% you can use your CPF. For HDB loan, each buyer can set aside up to 20,000 CPF in their OA to deduct their monthly installments. Whereas for bank loan, if you are CPF rich, you can set aside any amount you want. So if both of you are first-timer Singapore citizens and have never bought any BTO before, you'll be eligible for 50k grant for 4-room flat and 40k grant if you buy a 5-room flat. So if one is Singapore citizen and another is PR, you will get 40k grant for 4-room and 30k grant if you buy a 5-room. If both of you are PRs, you will not be entitled to any grant. Now what is PHG? It means Proximity Housing Grant. If your parents are staying within 4 kilometers of your new HDB flat, you can apply 20,000 grant. They will also have to fulfill a 5-year minimum occupation period. So many buyers ask me, can their parents sell their flat after the proximity grant is approved? The answer is yes. But they can only sell and buy within 4 kilometers of your new house if they are still within the 5-year MOP period. Okay, so now let's talk about enhanced housing grant. If both your combined salary is less than $9,000, you can apply for EHG. To qualify for this grant, both of you need to be in continuous employment for the past 12 months. So one of the misconceptions is that most of my clients they ask me, right, do I have to return the HDB the grant money if they sell in future? Okay, this is not true. You don't have to. You will only need to pay resale levy if the next house you buy is another subsidized flat by HDB, means a new BTO or another EC. So if you are buying a resale house or upgrade to private property, you don't have to pay back HDB your grant money. Yeah? So the only money you need to return is your own CPF refund. So hope this clarifies. Now let's talk about COV. COV also stands for cash over valuation. So every house has a valuation. HDB and banks determine how much money they can lend you based on its valuation. So for example, if the house is valued at 500,000 and you bought 520,000, it means you have to pay 20k in cash. How is the valuation determined? It is based on the recent transactions that is within the same area. However, some transactions will not be reflected in the system as the transaction needs about 3 to 4 months before its completion. So during this period of time, there will still be many transactions that affects the valuation price. So for this, right, to be safe, you need to consult an agent who specializes in the area because they will have done enough transactions to know the updated info. So many buyers ask me, why is the owner selling? Does the house have any issues? The more you think about it, is the more scary, correct? So don't worry, most of the time, owners sell because they're upgrading to a bigger house due to family expansion or because of their children's school. But there are also cases whereby owners are upgrading to a private property. Those special cases that owners are selling due to divorce, death in the family, loan shark issues, or crazy neighbors also have. But don't worry, for our home tour buyers, we filter out all these problem houses. We will not bring our buyers to see all these houses for obvious reasons. Some of you might be currently renting and your lease is going to expire. Some might be planning to get married and need the house urgently. Some might be buying for your children's school registration so you can get under your phase 2C, or some basically you just sold your flat, you need to buy another flat. So do take note, most owners today will need 3 months extension from the date of their selling completion. This is because they require their sales proceeds and CPF back before they can complete for their buying. So let me now guide you step by step on the sales process to give you a clearer picture. So before you even buy a house, you need to log on to HDB Resale Portal and submit your intent to buy. This is a very simple process and will take only about 5 minutes to fill up. Once we negotiate and agree on the price, we will need to pay the owner $1,000 as option fee in cash. Once option fee is paid, we have 3 weeks to exercise the option or the option fee will be forfeited. So the next step, okay, we will submit a valuation request and pay HDB $80 for it. Okay, so if we are taking a bank loan, we will need to settle the letter of offer from the bank before we can exercise the option. If taking a HDB loan, right, before your option, right, your HLE must be ready or else cannot option. So once the valuation is out, we can proceed to pay the owner $4,000 as exercise fee, also in cash. But for our own home tours buyers, right, we have our methods to negotiate down to as low as $1,000. So you have more cash on hand. So the next step will be we have to submit the resale application to HDB. So this is important because many other parties are involved. You as the buyers, your sellers, the house that your sellers are buying, and the sellers of the seller house they are buying. So this is the part when one party messes up, everyone will get affected and sometimes might lead to some parties having no house to stay. So the next step will be HDB approval will be out. Okay, so once you receive this approval, it also means you will know the completion date. So it's easier for us to plan ahead. Then the next step, HDB endorsement. So for this, right, we will meet up with you and we'll do it, guide you on how to do it because it's quite complicated. And the last step will be to attend HDB completion. You will only need to go if you are taking a HDB loan. So for bank loans, okay, the law firm will represent us. So for those cases without extension, you will be able to get your keys on the completion date. For those with extension, the start of the extension will only begin from the completion date. So during the extension, sellers will still be liable for SP service, property tax, and conservancy charges. So to conclude, for transactions without extension, you'll be able to get your keys about 3 months to 3.5 months. Those with extension will be about 6 months to 6.5 months. So after sharing all this info, we do hope you have a clearer picture when buying a home. So right now we are conducting home tours every week for our buyers. When buying a house, we need to see as many as possible until you find the ideal one. So every home tour will take about 2 hours for weekdays. It will take place between 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and for weekends there will be some slots between 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. So during the home tour, we'll guide you step by step on the pros and cons of every house. We'll give you detailed explanation of the HDB timeline and also financial calculation to make sure that we don't overstretch our budget. So many clients have engaged our home tours team and found their dream homes with us. So most of them already make money already, about 50,000 to 200,000, because we always negotiate down the lowest price for them. So do take a look at their kind testimonies and sign up below. We will call you soon to fix an appointment.